Recently, Georgia's Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan appeared on CNN where he dunked on Donald Trump for saddling the Republican Party with a bunch of stupid candidates, specifically, obviously, Lieutenant Governor of Georgia, talking about Herschel Walker. So here is what Mr. Duncan had to say. We didn't ask who was the best leader. We didn't ask who had the best resume. Unfortunately, Republicans looked around to see who Donald Trump supported, and Walker was a famous football player, and so he became our nominee, and now we're paying the price for that. Donald Trump led us down a rabbit trail post-election because he was too consumed with trying to save face from losing his election, and he ran us down a trail, and we screwed up. I couldn't have said that better myself, even if I had months to write out a statement. Because that's perfectly beautiful. And it's 100% accurate. And what's even funnier is that days before he made this statement, Democratic strategist James Carville made a similar statement where he flat out said, the voters in Georgia are stupid. And stupid people vote for stupid people, and that's how you end up with stupid Republican candidates. But Carville, again, Democratic strategist, so of course he's going to say stuff like that. This is coming from a Republican. This is a Republican telling us that, listen, my voters were stupid as hell. They looked around and said, who's Trump going to support? Okay, I got that dude then. And then they did it. And then you got a horrible candidate whose campaign is going down in flames. He was closing the gaps in the polls. In a couple polls, he was ahead. Now he's down by double digits. And it's just going to continue getting worse because Walker is, of course, the most flawed candidate out there. But Lieutenant Governor Duncan here is not the only Republican that is calling out the rest of the Republican Party for putting up these horrible candidates. We have seen the exact same kind of talk coming from Mitch McConnell. We have seen it coming from other Republicans in the Senate. Not many. We've seen it coming from Republicans in the House. We've seen it coming from former Republican lawmakers. We've seen it coming from former Republican lawmakers. We have seen it from all of these people who at one point, most of them still are, tied with the Republican Party. They like the Republican Party. They still want to be it. But they're also pissed off because Donald Trump has not only destroyed their chances of retaining the seats that they have in the Senate, but definitely destroyed their chances of picking up any extra seats. You know, Raphael Warnock's seat in Georgia was one that Republicans originally thought we're going to win that back. Right? The special election, little bit of a fluke there, horrible candidates, but we're not going to make that mistake and we're going to get that seat back. And then, you managed to put up a candidate somehow worse than Perdue and Loeffler. Just absolutely humiliatingly bad. Because that's the guy that Donald Trump picked. Then you've got Ohio. Puppy killer. Dr. Oz killed all those dogs with those experiments, right? You got J.D. Vance in Ohio. I said Pennsylvania for Dr. Oz, right? I think I did. He's Pennsylvania. If I screwed up, I'm sorry. I was thinking of J.D. Vance too. Blake Masters out in Nevada. I'm sorry, Arizona. I've got all my states messed up here. Either way, Doug Mastriano also in Pennsylvania doing terribly. Tudor Dixon in Michigan. All of these lunatic nut job Republicans that more and more Republicans, as they see these horrible poll numbers roll out, they're angry. And they're angry at Donald Trump. But here's where I'm going to twist things a little bit. Y'all shouldn't be angry at Donald Trump for this. It's not his fault. It's yours. You, as a political party, had the opportunity, had multiple different opportunities over just the last 3 years to forever rid yourselves of Donald Trump. You could have done it during his first impeachment. Then you could have done it following January 6th. Then you could have done it in the second impeachment. Then you could have done it after he got booted out of office, right? Then you could have done it when all of the investigations were taking place and you realized that, oh my God, this guy might end up getting indicted, but you didn't. You still haven't to this day. The Republican Party still bows down to Donald Trump, does whatever he says, promotes the candidates that he wants them to promote. So the boat that you're in, Trump may be steering it, but y'all are the ones that made him the captain. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.